Welcome everyone. This is the guided meditation and tarot and angel card reading for November 24th, 2021. My name is Dr. Elena Michaels and I welcome you here to my channel, and I would be so grateful and appreciative if you would subscribe below. I'd really appreciate that. And so we're going to do a tarot and angel card reading tonight and a guided meditation. The cards let me know where we're going to go in the guided meditation. And so we're going to talk for a little bit and then we're going to get started. How about that full moon last week, huh? I know it was last week, but we're still kind of moving through it a little bit and feeling the residue from it. It was a full moon and a lunar eclipse. Why is that relevant? Because when you have an eclipse, something is partially hidden, okay? And that full moon with the lunar eclipse was about hidden items coming to the surface so they can be released. So several of you have written to me and told me that you felt big releases, you moved through a lot of emotional stuff really quickly. Everything seems to be happening really fast, you know. Whatever change that a person is thinking of making, it seems like they make it and then bam, 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 it happens fast. And this full moon and lunar eclipse last week was especially relevant for moving through emotional things really quickly and letting go of things that no longer serve you. Whether it's situations, whether it's possessions, whether it's relationships. If you can't fully be yourself in a relationship, why are you in the relationship? Right? So I got a couple notes about that, actually, of people who just kind of found that they were in relationships with friends or colleagues or whatever, that they felt like they really couldn't be themselves. And so the relationship is kind of transformed and changed form, because we need to be fully ourselves in our relationships. No one can be more you than you. And if you can't be you, and you're on guard, or you're walking on eggshells, or you can't really say what's on your mind, that's a problem. So maybe it's time to move on or talk to the person and see if you can resolve it. If it can't be resolved, then it's served its time. And it's, you know, done its job in your evolution and their evolution too. So we're going to pull some cards. Oh, I'm already starting to release. When I do this releasing, the releasing could be sneezing, coughing, throat clearing, eyes watering, yawning, coughing, whatever. But it's to prepare me. It starts to happen when I start doing the cards. And it takes me to a place where I've released a lot of things so that I can pull in information and share it with you. And that's what happens in the guided meditations. Excuse me. So I'm going to start by pulling from my trusty tarot deck right here. And let's see what we've got going on, what shows up for us. Yeah. Okay. And I laid them out on this little table here so I can kind of look at them as I'm doing the guided meditation for you. So I'm going to create a little space here. Got my beverage. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these cards and we're going to ask for guidance, and we're going to ask that the cards that show up are relevant to anyone watching this whenever they're watching or listening. And you may find that if you watch and listen tonight, and you watch and listen tomorrow or Saturday or any other day, that the cards will also have meaning for you. It's interesting how they do that. You'll see what I mean. So I'm going to shuffle them and cut them now. We are divinely protected by healing white light. Please allow the information that comes through to be relevant, helpful, and beneficial for all who are watching or listening whenever they watch or listen. Okay, one more cut. Okie dokie, and here we go. Okay, this is the death card. Wasn't I just talking about how it was, wasn't I just talking about how that full moon last week was about letting go and how we're still kind of in that cycle of letting go? How about that? This is the death card. It's a major arcana card. It's 13. See that? It's not a scary card. Sometimes, you know, I've been working with the tarot for many decades, and people would always, you know, often say when I was doing a reading for them, oh, I hope the death card doesn't show up. Well, it doesn't mean you're going to die. It means the death of the old. It means what no longer works is falling away. What no longer is beneficial for you is falling away. That's what it means. But I'm going to put my glasses on and we're going to look at the details and see what they have to say. My voice is a little hoarse, so forgive me for that. I'm not sick or anything. It's just been doing a lot of talking today. Okay. Now, if you look at this card, this has come up before. This is a skeleton. See? See the skeleton? He's wearing armor, okay? And there's a pope in front of him, and there's a woman and a child, and there's a older person lying down, okay? And there's a crown on the ground and a key on the ground, okay? And he's holding the skeleton is holding a black banner with a white flower, all right? In the background, by the way, is right here. See, there's a castle right there and the sun is coming up. We had this card recently, actually. And this is about the falling away of surface appearances. You see the crown has fallen off, and see the key right here? The key is to get rid of the false personas, get rid of the illusions, and see how he's let them fall away, okay? And here you see this woman, and she's looking in the other direction, okay? Sometimes there are things we don't want to see. Sometimes we don't want to let go of certain things. But for our greater health and growth and spirituality, we have to, my cat, yes, that's right. We have to let go of certain things, even though we don't want to, because they're familiar. And the little boy is there, and he's looking up at the skeleton on the horse in the armor. See him looking up? He's got like a little wreath on his head. And he's not afraid. The youth, the innocence of the youth, he is not afraid to let go. And the sun is coming up in the background, so every day is a new day. So, you know, you let go of something, and then there's a bright new horizon because you've released something. The white flower on the banner is aligned with the Magician card, and the red plume from the back of the skeleton's armor is that he's grounded. And you see, even the skeleton doesn't have any body. He's just bones in armor, okay? So even he has let go of the surface appearance of his physical body. And the horse is white, which is about moving forward in the highest, the purest, with purest intentions, okay? Now, the 13 Death card is a Major Arcana card. The Major Arcana cards carry a lot of punch. They carry a lot of pixels, a lot of energy. So it's really important for you to think about the death of things that no longer work and just moving out. Just move them out. Letting go of the surface appearances, see the crown falling. And the key The key is to be yourself, come from the highest, and know that every day is a new day and you can start over. I'm going to choose another tarot card because that's what I'm guided to do. So we're going to shuffle. And by the way, I talked about the full moon, but I did not do a card reading or a guided meditation last week. I wasn't able to. I had something come up, and so I couldn't do it. But I put another one up. And it's interesting because when I put the other one up, this is really cool. I didn't really look at what the topics were. I just went into YouTube and just kind of scrolled down the left and went, okay, that one. And then when I put it up, it was about grief and loss. And that's what the full moon was about. So the card reading and the guided meditations I put up, which was actually from last summer, I think it was July 7th, was right in line with the full moon energy, the lunar eclipse, and the releasing and letting go and the grieving of the things that no longer are working anymore. So, I mean, I didn't do it last week, but that one was perfect. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a Wands card. This is the 8 of Wands. Okay, we had an 8 last week too, or the last time we did the class. What's an 8? It's this, okay? It's this. Okay, it's balanced. It's 2 circles, 2 complete things balanced. And this 8 of Wands, Wands are about the breath, okay? There's 4 suits in the tarot. There's Pentacles, Wands, Swords, and Cups. Pentacles are about earth and the earth trip and money. The swords are about fire, words. Cups are about water and emotion. Wands are about air and creativity, thoughts, okay? So here we have a lot of space here, a lot of space for thoughts, okay? And we have a lot of wands flying through the air here, and they're all sprouting. So this is a very creative card and a very creative time. And you see there's a body of water there. Water represents the feminine and the subconscious mind, okay? So there's plenty of space there to create what you want. You have to think about what you want. You have to spend time every day thinking about what you want, thinking about what you desire, not what you don't want. I was talking to someone the other day, and I said, what is it that you want? You know, we were talking about in a session, this is a private person that I work with professionally. And she was, asking me, I said, what do you want? And she says, well, I don't want this, that, or the other thing. And I said, well, okay, but if you say, let's just use an example. I want to not smoke cigarettes, okay? Let's just say that. The brain here smokes cigarettes, okay? That's not what you want, but that's what your primitive brain here smokes cigarettes, so that's what you're gonna wanna do. So I said to her, what do you want? She says, well, I don't wanna be so uptight and so short-tempered and so irritated all the time. I said, okay, that's what you want? And she goes, yeah, I don't want to be that way. So her brain hears uptight, irritated, short-tempered, and behaves and follows suit. Remember, every cell in your body has intelligence, and the things you say, the words you use, program the cells in your body. So she was programming herself by saying what she didn't want. So we switched it around to something like, I am calm and comfortable regardless of the situation. That the brain can hear. That your mind can act on. It can't react the way you want it to when you say, I don't want X, Y, Z, because the brain's going to hear X, Y, Z and try and manifest that. Our brains are very powerful, and the words we use are very powerful. They're like the key to unlock the power. The key, remember that key? Words are the key to unlock the power of your mind. So spend time every day speaking of what you want, not what you don't want, okay? Now, you've heard this before, okay? There's something I developed years ago. It's called whole person dialogue. So I'll give you an example. First person, second person, third person. Remember English class? First is I, second person is you, third person is he, she, or it, okay? So let's go back to I am calm and comfortable, which I did with my patient the other day. I am calm and comfortable regardless of the situation. That's first person. Second person is you are calm and comfortable regardless of the situation. Very powerful. The third is Elena is calm and comfortable regardless of the situation. Elena is calm and comfortable. She is calm and comfortable regardless of the situation. I'm using myself as an example so you can hear the third person. That's why affirmations sometimes don't work, because you're saying, oh, I am this, that, or the other thing, and your brain's going, no, you're not, you're lying, you're not that. You know, when you do the you, it's really powerful if you look in the mirror, because you should be talking to yourself like your own best friend. You are calm, comfortable, regardless of the situation. Be passionate, use emotion when you say these things to yourself. It's a good idea to write them down and to put them on index cards in your mirror. That's very helpful. And first person affirmations never work. But if you do a whole person dialogue, you got it covered. Okay, so that's it for the tarot. Let's go into the angel cards. Okay, I'm gonna pull this one. This is the first deck I grabbed. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, angels, give us some more substantiation, clarification, and information. Give us more info. More info. Okay, I'm going to cut the cards. And here we go. Okay. Life purpose. Just as I was saying, you got to spend time thinking about what you want in your life, what you want to accomplish, what you're here for. And you know what? We never really know what we're here for. And we never really know how long we're going to be here for it unless we spend time going inside. Spend time going inside to get clarification about what we're here for. But we never really know how long we're here for. You know, it can be just like that, quickly. So, take advantage of the time you have here. Use your brain power. Excuse me. See, the releasing is starting. This is about life purpose, okay? And this is a very wise gentleman here, and he's got little angels around him. Now I'm going to read to you about this card, okay? Life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding a purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. At the beginning, I started this by saying, if you're in any kind of situation where you don't feel joy and you have to watch your step and you feel like you can't really be yourself because of criticism or judgment, you are not bringing great joy to yourself and to others. So, make some changes. I'm going to read to you about life purpose. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I mean, this just happens. It's the releasing. This card comes as a reminder that you needn't struggle to find your life purpose. Don't worry about how to make good money in a meaningful career. Don't concern yourself with quitting or starting jobs or professions. Instead, follow the path of your natural desires, your natural talents, your natural passions, with the full intention of bringing joy to yourself and others. Your life purpose doesn't need to be defined or pinpointed. It's a process, not a category. Other meanings for this card. Give all worries about money or career to God and the angels. You're on the right path towards your life's purpose. Focus one step at a time with respect to your life's purpose, and release the fears about the future to the angels. What you're doing right now is part of your life's purpose. What you're doing right now is part of your life's purpose. What you're experiencing right now is part of your life's purpose. Think about that. If you're in a situation that is feeling untenable, you're in that situation to be able to move through things and release things so that you can get more clear on your talents, abilities, and passions and how to serve using them. So everything is just fine, just the way it is, because it's all about lessons and refining. You know, we're like diamonds. Diamonds start as coal. They start as coal, and they turn into diamonds from intense pressure. And when they have the intense pressure and they become a diamond, they reflect light from all the facets once they're cut, of course. So the pressure is what fine-tunes us and elevates us and allows more light in. The pressure that we've all felt, that we all feel. When things get intense, there's pressure. When there's grief and loss and sadness and arguing and friction between people and relationships that feel like this, that's pressure. And pressure fine-tunes us, refines us, and allows more light to come in. So it's all part of a process. Okay, so when you're feeling bummed out, just say to yourself, this is just part of the process. It's going to change. The nature of the universe is change. It'll change. Don't get too heavy into it. Move through it, process it, try and get yourself in a witness place, and trust and know that moving through it is going to give you lessons and refine you, make you better, elevate your consciousness. All right, we're going to choose another card here from another deck now. Get this out of the way, that out of the way. Let's go to the Archangel cards, okay? Archangel cards. All right, so I'm going to shuffle these. Again, angels, give us more guidance, clarification, substantiation, and information. Divinely protect everyone watching whenever they watch or listen. Cut. And here we go. Angel card, Archangel. Who do we have? Whoa. We have leadership, okay? So let's see what this is all about. And I'm going to take a look at it. This is a beautiful angel. She's wearing orange. She's got a trumpet. See that? Trumpet. Okay. This is Archangel Gabriel. It's time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Okay? Let's read what that means. There's more meanings in this book here. Let's see what they are. Embrace your power in a loving way and use it for the greater good. I'll guide your actions. That's her talking. Okay? I'll guide your actions so they inspire and motivate others. I'll also replace any self-doubt about your qualifications with an increased desire to serve, help, and teach. When your focus is more on how may I serve, then you won't worry what others may think about you. At the beginning, I talked about when you're in a relationship where you feel criticized or judged, or you're judging or criticizing yourself all the time, walking on eggshells in that relationship, it's time to rethink that relationship. Or talk to the person about it and see if you can move through it together. If you can't, it served its purpose. When you focus more on how may I serve, then you won't worry about what others think about you. Focus upon your strengths, the many lessons you've learned, and how good it feels to be a living example of following one's divine guidance. Divine guidance is always there and available to us. So get out of your own way and listen to it. You can usually tell if it's divine guidance, if it's positive, uplifting, and you get a really good feeling. If you get a really good feeling, like you're feeling really connected, that's divine guidance. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Gabriel's name means God is my strength, and this phrase describes you as well. Regardless of your background, you have God's strength pouring through you at all times. Gabriel can help you fearlessly tap into this power. She'll reassure you that it's safe for you to be powerful and protect you in all ways. Her aura is copper, like her trumpet. When you wear the crystal stone citrine or the precious metal copper, you readily connect with her energy. Very nice. And here she is. Beautiful orange outfit. Beautiful orange gown. Yep. Okay. Well, let's go for the indigos now. All right? And then we're going to get into our meditation. Let's see. All right, here we go. Indigos. Indigos are sensitive people of any age who feel like they want to question authority and feel that they incarnated to make a change on this planet. Even a small change. A small change could be affecting the people that you're around on a daily basis. That counts, you know. It doesn't have to be a Nobel Peace Prize. Give us more guidance, substantiation, validation, and clarification. Okay, this is authority. Didn't I just say questioning authority? I know, it's crazy. Okay, and this is a beautiful angel with indigo wings. See that? How pretty that is. All right, I'm going to read you about this now. Authority, okay? Get some stuff out of the way here. Authority, see, he's looking at the light. Okay, let's see what authority has to say from the indigo deck. The way our world is currently designed, people in authority impose rules upon us. In many situations, it must be this way to maintain order. As an indigo, you possess an inner truth detector telling you that people in power often abuse such authority. This is one of the most important cards you can receive because your role in this world is to help redesign our planet and society to become a place of fairness. That's pretty powerful. As an indigo, you possess an inner truth detector telling you that people in power often abuse such authority. This is one of the most important cards you can receive because your role in this world is to help redesign our planet and society to become a place of fairness. When dealing with authority figures, please know that anger will not get you anywhere, but calm assertiveness will. Anytime you feel controlled or ruled by someone, ask the angels to guide you through the situation in a way that will bring about and perpetuate the most peace. In this way, you clear the path for others who will benefit from your peaceful leadership. Pretty cool. I'm going to choose another indigo, just the one right on top. This is love yourself. Yeah, I was talking before about, love yourself enough to get out of a situation that doesn't feel comfortable. Love yourself enough to be fully who you are. Love yourself. Here we go. This card reminds you how beautiful your indigo mission, life, and soul are. You deserve happiness. Excuse me, releasing. You deserve happiness, and the most powerful way to bring it into your life is to be a source of it. That when you want something, if you can create it in yourself, you magnetize that to come to you from the external world, okay? Which is an illusion anyway. The external world is an illusion, if you can already know that. Love yourself, even if it doesn't seem natural, and you'll be a conduit for higher energy. Take time to focus on at least one thing you appreciate about yourself. Your relationship with you is the most intimate one you'll have in this lifetime. The more you love yourself, the more you can focus your energy specifically on the greater good. The more you love yourself, the more you can focus your energy specifically on the greater good. Positive regard for yourself. You deserve happiness, and the most powerful way to bring it into your life is to be a source of it. Love yourself, even if it doesn't seem natural, and you'll be a conduit for higher energy. Well, this was all about letting go of things that don't serve you, letting go of the surface appearances, using the keys that you know about, using your breath and going for it in a very creative way with all the sprouting there. Can't even pick this up. This one was serve and tap into your talents, abilities, and be of service, and your purpose will be revealed. That is your purpose. Then we have leadership, okay? And this was time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others, okay? These are the steps, okay? Then this one is question authority. Listen to your own higher authority, your own higher self. That's who you listen to. I mean, you have to listen to authority, of course, or else people would be breaking laws all over the place. We have authority for reasons, but the thing is question. Okay, question authority. Make up your own mind. Use your mind and listen to your own higher self. Last but not least, love yourself. Love yourself. Be your own best friend. Have positive regard, unconditional positive regard for yourself. And when you do, you will find that you will find others reflecting back to you their positive feelings towards you. Okay? Because when you generate it in yourself, you magnetize it to be manifested to you in the external world, which is an illusion anyway, but that's what we call it, the outside world, okay? All right, so I think with that, we're going to start the guided meditation right now. I'm just gonna look at the clock right here and see what time it is. Okay. And so we're going to begin the guided meditation. So make yourself comfortable. I suggest you lie down. Make sure your back is straight. Be comfortable. That's the most important thing. When you're comfortable, when you're relaxed, you can take in positive suggestions that resonate with you, that make sense for you. Those positive suggestions can germinate in a relaxed mind. They cannot in a mind that is thinking about plenty of other things. It's natural for your mind to think about things. That's what minds do. But allow those thoughts to just be like clouds passing through. No dwelling on any of them. Just allow them to pass through. With every breath, you become more and more clear. With every breath, more and more relaxed. With every breath, more and more comfortable. Exhale a few times with a s sound, as if you are releasing steam. Imagine that you are releasing negative thoughts, feelings, concerns and worries. Anger, letting off steam. I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. And each count will relax you more, allowing you to feel more and more comfortable and release more and more. Any tones that you hear will allow you to go even deeper into a relaxed state, a beneficial relaxed state, where you can take in information that resonates with you and allow it to begin to manifest in your everyday reality. Any sounds that you hear that are everyday normal sounds allow you to go even deeper into your own experience. That's it. Part of you has been craving this. Part of you has been craving to release, craving to let go. But you've been busy. So you've been pushing it aside and going forward, pushing through things, pushing all the things you have to get done. Now is your time. Now is your time to let go. No more busy. No place you have to be. Nothing you have to do. Ears open, mind open, knowing that you will be going to the level that is perfect for you right now, right here. Beginning on the count of 5, to feel your body relaxing and releasing even more. Your physical musculature releasing every breath. Releasing more and more with every exhale. That's it. Letting go. Letting go. Clearing away space for more light to come in, for new experiences to come in that are fulfilling, satisfying, and nourishing for you. Creating space for yourself. Drifting down to 4. Pay attention to your shoulders releasing, the back of your neck, your spine. Easily, gently, and comfortably. Naturally. If you have an itch, scratch it. If you want to change positions, go ahead. Adjust your body. If you need to do this, it's because your body is holding tension and energy from the day. It's fine. Go ahead. Move if you need to. And drift down to 3. Letting go even more now. Feeling your torso letting go. All of the organs in your torso normalizing, stabilizing, rejuvenating. Continuing on. Letting go more and more. Going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Going down to 2. That's it. Relaxing, releasing. Allowing your brain to be getting new information that is positive. And every exhalation is exhaling out any thoughts, feelings, worries, or projections from your brain. Allowing you to move forward. More positive. More hopeful, more kind and considerate, more loving towards yourself. Drifting down to 1, letting go even more and more and more, letting go more and more. count, I'm going to count from 1 down to 0. And when I do, you'll hear some tones. Allow the tones to take you even deeper. Allow the tones to help you let go even more. That's it. And drifting out from 1 down to 0. Letting go. And letting go even more. That's it. Easily, gently, and comfortably drifting deeper and deeper and deeper. For now is the time to let go of surface appearances. See beyond your roles, beyond the roles you play. See beyond the roles others play. Let the veneers crack. Let the old die and go away. The old parts of you that are no longer necessary, that no longer help you move forward, that no longer give you joy. Now is the time to create joy, create happiness. Use your breath and your conscious thought to manifest more joy, more happiness, more love. Focus on your natural talents, your natural abilities, your natural passions. That will lead you to your joy. That will be the journey in your life's purpose. You are a leader. Each and every one of you is a leader. You lead by example. You lead by living your life with integrity. You lead by being authentic. Doing what you say you're going to do. Speaking and acting the way you think. You're congruent. You mean what you say. Otherwise, you don't say it. It's a waste of energy. And you need all the energy you can get to manifest your creative endeavors. Your higher authority is your higher self. Your higher self is who you answer to. In the wee hours of the morning, that's who you answer to, your higher self. Listen to it. Listen to the messages and the guidance. Listen to the directions of your higher self. Your higher self will always come from love. And when you speak from your higher self and act from your higher self, everyone benefits because it's for the good of all. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Treat your body with reverence. Love yourself unconditionally. Give yourself a break. Now is the time to stop the reenactment of earlier trauma and wounds. Now is the time to stop creating relationships and situations that activate the emotional trauma and wounds of your early childhood. Now is the time to have more and more awareness about that. Your awareness is getting more and more intense, more and more astute, more and more aware about exactly that. And drifting deeper and deeper. Let the false self fall away. Use your breath to consciously create your desires. Be of service to others, using your passions, talents, and abilities. Lead by example with your integrity, your authenticity, and your compassion. Listen to your higher self, your higher authority, your own counsel. Love yourself. And by doing that, you'll be able to love others even more. Fill your own cup first. Fill others from that. Believe in yourself. Be your own best friend. It has been my pleasure to share this time with you. Until we meet again, I send you many blessings. I honor the light within you. Namaste.